Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here today with me. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about a clue for a mystery knit along that I've been working on. I'm going to give you an update, and we're going to be combining that with my series, What Are You Knitting / What Are You Crocheting, where I share what I'm working on, what I've been working on for the last few weeks since we've done one of these. And I have 3 people who are sent pictures in to share here today their projects, what they've been working on. And then I ask you guys to share down in the comments below what you guys are currently working on. So let's get started. We have a lot to get through. You may want to grab something to drink. I got my coffee here, and let's just get started and get into all of this. So the first thing I want to talk about, and some of this stuff you guys already know I've been working on because I've been doing little project updates. This is my Knit-tober. I have 2 mystery knit-alongs currently going on, and a third one will be starting up today. So if I can keep up, and then I have a cowl as well. If I can keep up with all of this, it will be a miracle, but I'm going to try. So the first item that I've been sharing with you guys is my Lilith Shawl. This is a mystery knit along being sponsored by Bev Johnson of Boo Knits. We are at clue 5. There are 6 clues in this mystery knit along, so we are on Friday we will get our last clue, and then we will be finished with the shawl. And this is what it looks like when I hold it up. It's a crescent, top down crescent lace shawl. It is curling because it is mostly stockinette with some lace, because you knit on one side and purl on the wrong side. But this is the size of it. It's mostly, crescents are mostly long and not very wide. But I'm going to show you it pinned out so you can see clues 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the update for clue 5. This is the Lilith Mystery Knit Along Shawl by Boo Knits. This is clue 5, clues 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've shown you this. It's getting way too big, all scrunched up on my biggest needles I have. I've shown you this in different videos. Clues started up here. This is to clue 1. You see all the different lace motifs coming in, and she made the lace motifs bigger. This yarn is a dye for yarn in Bloody Pumpkin, and then I'm using a size Miyake bead 6/0 in Root Beer, which is brownish with an orange tinge. You see them here. Alright, so again, clue 1 was from here to the first marker, the butterfly, to there. And then clue 2 came in and it got bigger to that second marker. And then clue 3 is to this B marker. Had 10 rows. There was 10 rows in here where we did this additional lace section and more beading. And now we're to clue 4. We did another 16. I'm sorry, this was to clue 4. That was 10 rows in here that we did, bringing in more of this different lace motif, the V's, starting the yarn overs around them, and the beads. And then now we're to clue 5, which was from here to here, 16 rows of knitting. And you can see how we finished out the diamond that we had started. And now we're starting this additional section, which I really love. It has beads all around it, and then it has this interesting little butterfly stitch in the center of each one of those lace V's. And you can see it probably really good right there. A little butterfly with the beads all around it. And that's where we are. This is clue 5. Lilith, clue 5. There's one more clue left in this shawl, and then it'll be finished. So this was a 6 clue mystery knit along. We're almost done with it. And this is how much yarn I still have left for clue 6. So I have enough left for a nice bind off and to finish the last clue. And looking forward to seeing how she's going to wrap this up. But thank you for letting me share this with you. The next clue, again, will be the last clue. And I'm excited to see where she takes us. I'm loving all the little lacy sections and the beads and the yarn. At first, the yarn wasn't that popular with me, but it is growing on me. And I'm glad I used it. I had this set aside for a couple of years for a Halloween project or a fall project. And this is perfect. So, the next item I want to share with you. You guys know I've been doing... we've had 2 clues on this, and I've done videos for both of these. I will link them up above and down below. But this is Stephen West's Shawlography. I just did a video update for clue 2, and this is what it looks like with clue 2. If you want more details into how this was knit and the yarns I'm using and all the details about each one of these little sections, please go watch my 2 videos I have. Lots of interesting texture and shapes, and if you want a project where you will learn lots of different techniques and stuff, like there's bobbles and little I-cord shrimps and slip stitch color work and short rows, lots of short rows. I know he said he was going to also be doing brioche in this shawl. Lots of new techniques to learn. Go check it out. We're halfway. We've gotten half of the clues. There's 2 more clues left. So you can jump in and knit this along with me and all the other, I think now there's 7,000 people who are knitting this at the same time. So there's a lot of us doing it. It's a fun community to knit and share. My yarn that I'm using is a kit from Amanda Hope Yarns. Blue greens and greens. Really loving it and having a lot of fun doing it. Again, check out my other videos if you want more details on that. Now, the other item I briefly mentioned, there is another mystery knit along starting today. It is from one of my favorite designers, and you guys know this is Romi Hill. Now, she is going to be starting an autumn knit along. Now, this is not a mystery. I'm going to show a couple of pictures here of what the shawl looks like. It is a mosaic knitting pattern. So for this shawl, I was thinking if I could fit this in, again, I have the other 2, which are pretty time consuming, but Lilith should be finishing up in a week. So I'm hoping that with Lilith finishing up, I might have a little bit of time to do this Romi Hill. Anyway, you need 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn, at least 200 and something yards of a sport weight. Now, I have these 4 colors. I bought this kit from Miss Babs. Let me show you these colors. These are the colors I'm going to use for this shawl. Got some pinks. You guys know I love pinks. Some purples and a green, which always goes really nice with pinks and especially purples on the color wheel. Let me show you these. This is from Miss Babs. This is a Sonatina Quartet. It is, this yarn is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, fingering weight. Each one of these, the total yardage is 1560. I believe each one of these is 390. I think that's what that is. The math comes out to be. This is Bougainvillea. This is Honey Bunny. This is Terrarium. And this is Yurang, which is dark purple with some blacks. So I think these, I don't know how I'm going to order these yet for the shawl, but I think these are the ones I'm going to use. I think it'll be really pretty. Blooper reel. I think it'd be really pretty to use for this shawl, and all these colors also have a pretty nice contrast with each other. So if they, like if these 2 are together, it'll be nice. If these 2 are together, like this green and this purple, that'd be nice. Or even if these 2, or if you don't know how it's going to be ordered, or these 2, or even that. you know, that's kind of how I try to look at it when I'm not sure how it's going to go. That's what I did for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, is I took my yarns and put them side by side, and like, do I like the combination of it side by side? If that happens, you know, you don't know. And so that's what I was trying to do with these, and I like them. So that's probably what I think it's just what I'm going to use. I need to wind them. It starts later today. She's going to be doing like cast-ons, Zoom, YouTube videos for each week. I think this pattern is it is a paid pattern, but she has different tier levels for what you can afford. I know it's like, I think it's $15 full price, but she has different coupon codes that you can put in there to get discounts. Because I think it is a little expensive, but you know, she has price points for people who, you know, to be able to afford to do this, which I think is very nice. So that's going to be starting later today. Excited to do a little bit of mosaic knitting. I can't think of when I did mosaic knitting last. It's been a while. So I think that'll be good for me to brush up on my skills and do some color work knitting. Now, I always say I love to talk about knitting and a little bit of crochet. And I don't show a lot of crochet here in my videos lately, but I am working on a project. This is a CAL, a crochet along, C-A-L. And I want to share this with you. This is being sponsored by Lisa of Ladybird Loves. She is doing a pick and mix CAL. And if you want to join us, she really just got started. We are on week 2. So you can jump in and do this with us. What she does is she is spinning a wheel. She has a wheel for the colors. You need 4 colors and a main color. All right, these are my 4 colors. This is my color 1. This is Red Heart Heartland yarn, which is 100% acrylic worsted weight 4. All the details are on her channel, but I'm using, this is my color 1. This is my color 2. It's golden yellow. This is my color 3. This green. And this is my color 4. This rust color. So those are my 4 colors. And then my main color is this beautiful golden, kind of golden brown sequoia color. So these are my colors for this pick and mix CAL. And what you have to do is you have to do the border first. And for the border, I'm doing an extended double length crochet. Let me show you this. I do have my yarn attached because I'm still working on clue 2. Let me just pull a big old loop there. All right, so this is the start of my shawl, of my blanket, and you can make blankets any size you want. A lot of people are just doing a lap can, which is a smaller little blanket. I decided to go for the Mambo Jumbo size. And okay, so you start with your border. You pick the stitch for your and you use your main color. I picked the extended length double crochet. That's what Lisa's doing. I thought it looked really good. You know, when you do double crochet, you have the little space in between them. This is the extended length double crochet, so there's not much space in between those stitches. Am I on the right side? Yes. Okay. Just to make sure. This was the first stitch that was picked on the spinny willy thing. Color 1 was picked. So this is my color 1, the red. The first stitch is called the waistcoat stitch. It's a knit stitch that looks like, it's a crochet stitch that looks like knitting. It was so challenging for me because you had to work your way into the stitch. It's like you have to go into, let me see if I can find the point. Like there's an A, inverted A, or look, there's an A when you are going into the stitch, and you have to kind of punch your way through the stitch to get through. And I guess I'm kind of a tight crocheter, which I didn't think I was, but I guess I am. But I ended up doing, you're only supposed to do 4 rows, but we added an additional 4 rows since this was a single crochet section. So that's my clue 1. Then you do 2 more rows of your main color, your main stitch to connect them. So that's the extended length double crochet. Now we're to week 2. And on the wheel is kind of fun. Color 2 was picked. So this is my color 2. And this is, I wish I knew what the label was on that. I can't remember. It's like Bryce Canyonland something. It's just a golden. I got these off a Lion Brand website. Let me maybe give you the names of these too. This is Yosemite, rusty color. That's my color 4. And then this is Rocky Mountains. That's my color 3. It's beautiful green. And this is my color 1 is Redwood. And what is my main color? Sequoia. That's it. So that's the main color, brown. Now this is clue 2. I haven't gotten very far because I've been doing all that knitting, but for clue 2, color 2 was picked, and then the stitch that was picked is called the texture wave, and so I'm working on that. You can see it's starting to do a little bit of a wave. I got quite a few more rows to do, but it's going to be like a little bit of a wave there, and that's what I'm working on right now. So I am doing this crochet blanket. If you want to join us again, go check out on Lisa Ladybird Loves. It's going to have this wave stitch in here. I wish I had more done. I just don't, but I will try to work on this today. I hope you can kind of see the waves coming in there. Maybe a little bit, get a little bit closer. And it's not a hard stitch either. It's repeating the same row over and over after you get it set up. So that's kind of cool. And it actually is a really good way to learn a lot of different stitches. I think she has like 31 stitches on a wheel that's picked. I know she has the pike stitch up there because I asked for the pike stitch to be added. I've never done the pike stitch, but I should do the pike stitch. It's my last name is Pike. I'm hoping that it's picked as one of the stitches. So anyway, if you'd like to join us in that, that would be so much fun for me to see your projects, and I know Lisa would appreciate that as well. So that is my little bit of crochet. I do have another project I'm working on that I really haven't touched, so I'm not going to share it here. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Now we are to the point where I have 3 wonderful family members here that are going to share their projects with us, and I'm so thankful for that. The first person we have is the Amigurumi Ninja. You guys know her as Corinne. She is sharing with us this wonderful little lion that she has made. We congratulate Corinne. She's going to be having her first grandbaby here. She just found out, and I mentioned she was going to be making all the makes for that wonderful grandbaby that's coming. This is her first grandbaby, and she sent me this beautiful picture of this lion, and I just think it's so cute. Look at the mane on this lion, and look at the little rosy cheeks. I don't know how she did it, but she is so talented because that is amazing. The next person, and thank you for sharing that with us, Corinne. I really do appreciate that. The next person to share with us here is Mary Beth. We know her as Monty Boy. She has a few projects that she's been working on. She is a crocheter and a knitter, and she has some pocket shawls, 3 different versions. These are her own creations, her own patterns, her own flair. These are going to be for Christmas presents. I hope the person you're giving them to is not watching. And but these are beautiful. And then the next item she's going to share with us is a shrug that she made for herself. And this pattern is from Pamela's Adoring Crochet. This is her Silver Clouds cardigan and the tutorial. And she used Baracco Summer Sesame yarn. It is so gorgeous on you. You're very good at making wearables. We've seen a couple of tops you made. That looks really nice on you. And then the last thing she's going to share with us is this amazing flower blanket. She told me that it took her about 2 months to complete. She said she'd work on a few squares and then go work on another project, come back and do a few squares. This is from a new crochet. It's called her Field of Flowers pattern. And she used Red Heart Roll With It and Ferris Wheel yarns. And it is beautiful. I was telling her that there's a blanket I want to make that's similar. It's not really the flowers, but it's more like a hexagon kind of granny square, and that inspires me to want to pick that up and do that. I've wanted to do that ever since I started crafting. It's really beautiful. So thank you for sharing that with us, Mary Beth. The last thing we have here today is kind of interesting for me. This is from Hillary Wu. Hillary won some yarn from me when I had a giveaway just about a month ago. She won some 100% Pima cotton yarn, and it was in this beautiful tan colorway. I don't know if you guys remember, she won 2 skeins of it. And we always say, wonder what that yarn becomes. You know, what happens to that yarn? So today we get to find out what happened to the yarn. So Hillary won this yarn from me. It was 100%, I think it was Cascade Yarns, 100% Pima and DK weight. And she sent me this beautiful picture. She made a beret for her friend from this cotton yarn. And isn't this so cute? She says her friend loves it. And she was just sharing with me what it ended up becoming. And I appreciate that so much. I hope you guys do. I love seeing what the yarn becomes. So if you guys have one yarn from me and make something, please send me pictures. I love seeing that. And thank you, Hillary, for sharing that with us. What a lucky friend to have you give that to her. It's really, really cute. And, you know, winter's coming and stuff. She lives up north in Canada, so perfect for the winter. So that's very nice of you to do that. The last thing, let's see, I think that is it. That is it for me and my friends, my family members. And now it comes to the point of the video where you need to share with us down in the comments below, if you want, what you're currently working on. Are you working on Christmas gifts? Are you buying yarn? Are you finished with your Christmas gifts? Are you knitting for yourself? What are you working on? Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? Let us know. We'd love to hear all about, you know, projects and patterns and yarn, and that is our thing. And so share with us. We would love to hear what you are doing and enjoy hearing what you're doing. So thank you guys so much for spending time with me today, for letting me share my projects and these, and it just means the world to me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, that you get to spend time doing all the things you love. If you are new here, we do talk about knitting, a little bit about crochet, a lot about yarn, and we also kind of try to keep up with some new current projects in knitting and crochet world, or any other types of cows currently going on right now. And so we would love to have you join us and let us get to know you a little bit better. Thank you guys so much again. For those of you who watch my videos time and time again, I really do appreciate you. Hope you all have a lovely day. I will see you all very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.